guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Raven. Thanks for stopping by. If not, and you're returning, welcome back to another story time video. If you've been following me on Snapchat for any amount of time, you've probably come across a story like this in one of my Snapchat stories. Today we're going to be talking about my top 5 road rage incidences. Now, not all of them are going to be about my road rage. Some of them are going to be about other people's road rage against me. These are some very interesting stories that I think you're going to get a kick out of. Please don't leave me comments like, oh my God, Raven, you need to slow down, or oh my God, Raven, you're going to get yourself killed. I got a speeding ticket about 1.5 years ago. I am a reformed driver. I might get a little bit angry, but nothing like any of the stuff involved in these stories, okay? I am reformed, I promise. Number 5, back in 2014, early 2015, I was living in my parents' house. They live out in the country, a lot of 2-lane roads. One morning I was driving to work and I came around a curve in the road. This huge Dodge truck with like a big, massive horse trailer or like ATV trailer pulled out in front of me. I nosedived on my car to slow down enough not to rear end the back of them. Once they get going enough, you know, we start going again, I just simply pass them on the road, okay? When I drove by, they were giving me some wonderful hand gestures. So I might have rolled my window down and given them the same hand gesture back. I promise, guys, I'm reformed. Don't hold this against me. Well, apparently they just couldn't handle that I wasn't apologetic for passing them. Because when we pulled up to the stop sign at the end of the road to turn on to Midway, I'm bebopping around, I'm waiting because there's cars coming this way, and next thing I know I hear a commotion. And I look back. About the time I had started hitting the gas pedal, the guy was at my backseat window. He is so mad he has gotten out of his car, put it in park, gotten out of his car, and started making his way. Okay? The commotion I heard was him screaming was as he was walking up to my vehicle. Now guys, it just was a turn of fate that between the time the car passed me and I got ready to take off, he was walking. 5 seconds more, he would have been at my window. I don't have a gun in my vehicle. I don't have any self-defense classes. I don't know what I would have done. But he was clearly upset that I passed him. He just felt like I should wait behind him, even though he almost caused a wreck when he pulled out in front of me. Okay, I don't know what I would have done. I guess just taking my phone out like, I'm gonna film you. I do remember telling my parents, I kind of wish he would have taken a swing at me because I'd have sued him for everything he had. And judging by that nice truck and the trailer that he was pulling, I would have got a pretty penny. Incident number 4. When I go to work in the mornings, or when I was going to work in the mornings, I'd have to go through what's called the stack, which is basically just a cluster of idiots trying to get to work in the morning, everybody getting backed up. I got a notification that there was a wreck on the stack to avoid it. So I was taking the back ways to go through downtown, and I was coming up behind this a Pilot truck stop, okay? The back entrance to the Pilot is on this 2-lane road, and I'm driving doing about 45. Well, this 18-wheeler decides that even though I'm less than 100 yards away from where he's going to pull out onto the road, that he's just gonna bring his big happy booty out in the middle of the road, no matter that me and the cars behind me are all up to speed. He about caused a 3-car pileup, pulling out in front of people because he couldn't wait for 3 cars to get past him. So what did I do? What do you think I did? I passed him. I got around him, and he was honking and making hand gestures and stuff. So this is probably where I messed up. You know when you pull up to a red light and there's not quite enough room for you to turn? There's not enough room for you to get in the little on-ramp or the turn lane, you know, to turn right because of the people are waiting to go through the light? Well, when I saw that his 18-wheeler had his blinker on, I parked my car at this red light like this. Like, so there was no way he was gonna get past me to turn, and I clearly was not turning. Boy, he was tooting that horn and he was screaming out the window. I saw his arm flailing. I wasn't budging. Thank my lucky stars that someone up above was watching me, because he put that mug in park and was climbing out of the 18-wheeler. I don't know what this man was gonna do. Clearly, I don't have any regard for my own personal safety. I don't know what he would have done, guys. He could have been packing. I don't know. But about the time, this is karma. This is karma, Mr. 18-wheeler. About the time that he put his last foot on the bottom rung, the light turned green, and I took off. So then everybody behind him was still mad because they had to wait for him to climb back up in the truck, put it in gear, and go. Road rage incident number 3. Okay, so when I was living at my parents' house, once I got to the highway, it was about 8 miles to the interstate. When I pulled out onto the highway, there was nobody coming. There were no cars around me. This car comes flying up behind me out of nowhere. I do not know where this car came from. They come flying up behind me. I'm in the right-hand lane, so I get in the left-hand lane. They shoot past me. As they drive by, I'm just looking at her like, okay. She goes, F you, you fat bitch. And I was like, okay, well, that was rude. You didn't have to call me fat. That was rude. But are you mad? Like, what? I do not know how this person thought that I had wronged them. And if I pulled out in front of them, if I cut them off, I literally did not see them. And if that's what happened, then I apologize into the universe. But I do not know where this car came from. I don't know where she thought I slighted her somehow. I was on the highway by myself, and then there she was behind me screaming. She drives by me, says ugly stuff to me, and then pulls over in front of me. Okay, whatever. Like, anyway. We pull up to the red light. I was going to take a picture and post it on Facebook, like, if you know this woman, you better tell her to calm down. Well, I guess she realized she had acted a fool and I was about to get proof of who she was. Because when she saw my phone go up, guys, she put the car in park and got out at the red light, okay? Me and her, the only people at the red light. She put her car in park, got out of it, was standing there wagging her finger at me, calling me all kind of words I'm not gonna say on here, but they rhyme with stitch and punt. And I still don't know what I did to this woman, okay? I still do not know what she thought I did to her. Road rage incident number 2. So I'm following behind my mom. She showed me a cut through Clinton that I had never been down before to get onto Clinton Drive to get to 220. I'm following behind her. We're coming up to a red light, and all of a sudden this older Expedition starts cutting into my lane. Now there's less than a car length between me and my mom, okay? This car has no blinker on, weren't speeding, like literally the light was red. The car starts coming into my lane and I'm not fully stopped. So I honk my horn to like, hey, get their attention, like, hey, I'm right here. I don't know if you see me. It was just a quick little beep. It wasn't like I wasn't just standing on the horn being a jerk about it. It was just like a toot toot, like, hey, don't hit my car because you're gonna hit me. There was a distance of like a Lego between her car and mine. If she'd kept going, she'd hit me. And I think that's the end of it. Like, oh, she stopped. That's it. So I pull up behind my mom at the red light. I hear her screaming at me and I see a commotion. Guys, I look over. The driver of this car has opened her door. She's now standing on the running boards on the driver's side, and she is throwing trash from her car at me and my car. While this is all happening, my mother, who heard me honk the horn, called me on my cell phone. So I've got her on speakerphone. When I see this red piece of, I think it was a bottle cap, this woman chunk this garbage at me, my blood pressure skyrocket. I don't know that I have ever seen myself get so angry so quickly. I rolled my window down and I screamed, I will F you up. But I did not abbreviate, and I apologize because I shouldn't have said that. The light turns green. I start driving. My mom is still on the phone. She's freaking out. She's like, what's going on? What happened? I'm trying to explain things to her. I think the situation is over. She's like, oh my God, Raven, drive, get in front of me, get in front of me. And I'm like, why? And she goes, cause they're chasing you. Down that she could see the car in her rearview mirror, weaving in and out of traffic, trying to catch up to us. Now that we have been through all these people getting out of their vehicles, I never realized that all those stories had that in common, but I apparently just really make people want to get out of their cars. We have arrived at road rage incident number 1. This is a doozy. This is the only time I have felt that my personal safety was at risk. So I am going down Highway 80. I'm at a red light. There's an older truck in front of me. The light turns green. The truck does not go. Cars beside me go. Time is ticking. I am the second car. So I gave a little beep beep up the horn to let the guy know, hey, you're sitting through the red light. I could see through the window him put his phone down, so he starts going. Not before flipping me off. Once he moves off enough that I can hit the gas and go, I go around him. Well, he got mad. Once I like get in the other lane, he slams on the gas and gets in front of me. So I slammed on my gas and got back in front of him. This happened twice. I just floored it. Like, I just got away from him because I was like, you're an idiot. I'm not going to sit here and have this battle with you. If you can't pay attention at a red light, that's your own fault, and people are going to continue to honk at you. So then we pull up, and we're at the red light of Terry Road and Highway 80. I am about the third car from the red light. Well, what did you know? The very next car that pulls up is this old truck. So I'm like, great. I just know that something's fixing to go down. Like, I just have a gut feeling that something's fixing to go down. But then I see him getting in the left-hand lane to turn. The truck pulls up beside me. I look over. I kid you not. This guy is pointing a gun at me. Yeah, sorry, I didn't have time to take a picture of it, okay? There's a firearm pointed at my face. He pulls up and like, there's no other cars in the turning lane, so he could pull all the way up to the red light, but no, he stops at my car and is pointing his gun and shaking it, and I'm just sitting there like, this is it. This is how you die, Raven. Why you didn't just let that old man sit at that red light all day, I don't know. Luckily, he doesn't shoot me. Pulls up to the red light and I think, okay, my God, I feel like we sat at that red light for 2 years. I'm thinking everything's done. If you thought that was the end of this story, you'd be wrong. He put his car in reverse and started coming back. Okay, Raven, you lived through it once, but now you're really gonna die this time. I can't go anywhere because there's 2 cars in front of me and there's a car behind me. I can't like reverse and get out of this lane so that this guy won't be right next to me. I'm just stuck. I'm just here. Pulls back and I'm just sitting there like, okay, well, looks like it's a good day to die. He pulls up. He's rolled his window down now. I am not rolling my window down. I don't know if he's gonna throw, a hand grenade in my car. I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm just sitting there like, well, there better be witnesses for this because if I go out like this, somebody better tell this story. Doesn't have the gun this time. He's put that down. I don't know if he came to his senses. I don't know if he thought I got his tag number. I don't know why, but he rolled back and he goes, you better not do that again. Don't you do that again. So I looked at him and I said, don't you do that again. About that time, the red light changed. And we all took off. All of these stories happened about 2.5 to 3 years ago. So I promise I'm a different person since then. I have calmed down. I don't speed as much. Yeah, I've had some very interesting experiences on the road. If you have any crazy road rage stories, let me know down below what happened. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a huge thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that notification bell if you want to be notified anytime that I post new videos. That's going to be all for today. I will see you guys next time. Bye! Guys, you can get mad at people all you want to. Don't try to hit anybody and don't get out of your car.